If you've ever dealt with headaches that just keep coming back, today's episode might completely change the way you think about them. Because one of the biggest misconceptions I hear is that headaches always start in the head. And many times they actually don't. So let me ask a question. Have you ever had a headache that seemed to start right here, right at the base of your skull? Maybe it slowly wrapped around your head, got into your temples, or maybe it settled right behind your eye. If you've experienced that, you're not alone. In fact, that's one of the most common descriptions I hear from patients. Most people assume my head hurts, so something must be wrong with my head. It seems logical, but our bodies don't always work that way. Pain tells us where the body is asking for attention. It doesn't always tell us where the problem started. Think about that for a minute. Pain and the source of the pain aren't always the same thing. One of the most common contributors to reoccurring headaches is actually the neck. Your neck is full of joints, muscles, ligaments, and nerves that constantly communicate with your brain. When those structures become irritated, restricted, or overloaded, that irritation can often be felt as pain around the head. That's why people often tell me my headache starts at the base of my skull, or it starts in my neck before it moves into my temples. Those aren't random patterns. Those are actually clues. Now let's talk about what most people do. The headache starts, they reach for that ibuprofen, the Tylenol, the Excedrin. Maybe they rub their neck, maybe they use a heating pad. Some people even buy another expensive pillow, and sometimes those things do help, and that's awesome. But here's the question. If the headache keeps coming back, what is your body actually trying to tell you? Let's imagine you have a smoke detector that starts going off because something is burning in the kitchen. You could take the batteries out, the noise would stop, but did you actually solve the problem? Medication can be incredibly helpful in the right situation, but many times it's reducing the alarm, not addressing why the alarm keeps going off. When someone comes into our office with recurring headaches, I don't immediately ask, where does your head hurt? I ask, what could be causing your body to create this headache? That's a completely different question because we're trying to understand the system. We look at posture, how the neck moves, shoulder mobility, muscle balance, daily work habits, how someone sits, how they sleep, and even previous injuries, because every one of these leaves clues. I remember one patient who came in after dealing with headaches 3 or 4 days every week. She had tried medications, she bought an expensive pillow, she even stopped exercising because she thought movement was making those headaches worse. When we evaluated how she moved, we found significant restriction through her upper neck and years of tension across her shoulders because she worked at a computer. Her head wasn't actually the primary problem, her neck and movement patterns were. Once she understood that, everything changed, not just physically, but also mentally, because now she understood what her body has been trying to tell her all along. This is one of the biggest themes you'll hear on all of my videos. Your body is constantly communicating with you. Pain is one form of communication, but communication requires interpretation. If you're misunderstanding the message, you often end up chasing symptoms instead of actually solving problems. The goal isn't simply getting rid of pain, it's understanding why your body created it in the first place. Because once you understand your body, you start making better decisions, and better decisions usually lead to better outcomes. Here's one thing that I encourage you to think about this week. The next time you experience a headache, instead of immediately asking, how do I make this stop? Ask yourself, where did this actually begin? Did your neck feel stiff at first? Were your shoulders tight all day? Had you been sitting at a computer for hours? Did you sleep in an unusual position? Sometimes those details reveal far more than the headache itself. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe or follow me on Facebook. Every week we'll challenge a common belief about the body, explain what's really happening, and give you practical strategies to help you move better, hurt less, and stay active for life. Thanks for listening, guys.